All aboard. Hello, my good and wonderful people. Welcome to Volunteer Channel TV. And thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I say, may God continue to bless you in anything that you do. And if this is your first time coming across my channel, please click that red subscribe button. And anytime I drop a video, it comes straight to you. Please, please, please continue to pray for Mazim Nnamdi Kanu because his court proceedings are fast approaching on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're already far gone in the year, at least this January. Today is the 8th. The 8th already. By next weekend, it'll be the 15th. So we're looking, after that, it'll be 18th, 19th, 20th. Court proceedings. And if you're in town, if you're in anywhere in Nigeria, please show your support. Make yourself available in Abuja Federal Court. Make yourself available just to show solidarity. Continue to pray for Mazim Nnamdi Kanu and the lawyers, ESN2 and IPOB, because what we're looking for at the end, we will achieve it. With God's help, with God's intervention, we will achieve this Biafra. We will rejoice one day. We are going to rejoice one day. I may not be here with you, and so many of you may not be here to rejoice. So, but one day, we are going to rejoice for Biafra. And we are hoping after the court proceedings, they will free Mazim Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. And hopefully, we will get a date for our referendum. Because all this we are clamoring for is referendum. I don't know how agitating for referendum become a crime. And that's the only thing Mazim Nnamdi Kanu has done, is to agitate for referendum, self-determination. How can that be a crime? But it is in Nigeria. But we hope that all of this will come to pass and we will gain our freedom for Biafra. Now, there's a lot that's going on in Nigeria because the IPOB has made it clear by April there will be no more Fulani cows sold in Igbo land and stuff like that. Now, the amalgamation of Northern traders, they have come up with their own agenda that they're not going to send all those grains and vegetables down south, at least southeast. But shame on them. What they're going to do? Those grains and vegetables, they're perishable. If they don't know, they are perishable. If they don't send them down south, it's going to rotten. Remember what happened the last time? They put a blockade. They're not going to send all those onions and tomatoes and stuff. You know, they had to use it to feed the cows. And that's what they're supposed to do. Feed your cows there. Don't bring it to our land to destroy our farms. Don't bring it to our land, you know, and use them to rape our mothers, to rape our sisters, to rape children, to kill and name people in Southeast. That's not what we want. So you can keep your grains and vegetables, perishables. We don't want them. Biafra will survive. We've done it before. We will survive this time again. But lo and behold, we're going to get Biafra. And let's see. You are going to get tired. Then again, there's something else happening because the Fulanis are turning up the heat. They're turning up the heat in Nigeria. It's happening in Lagos State. It's happening in Edo State. It's happening in Imo State. Imo, we already know that guy, that Hope Uzodinjo, he's a stooge, a Fulani stooge. So we call upon him to desist of what he's doing to his people. He is killing his people. He invited the soldiers to come in and kill our youths. I wonder where Hope Uzodinma is going to be after 2023. That is if he make it 2023. Well, anyway, that apart, in Lagos, Magodo, Lagos, the Fulanis are turning up the heat for Babajide Sanwo-Olu. They're turning up that heat. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Lagos, Obaseki, Edo, the rest of the governors and all Nigerians, I hope you guys have watched this. I hope you guys took note of what your president said about the improvement that he has made in Nigeria. Now, you be the judge. Watch.
Chinese loans. When we wonder where the nation was when you took over office in 2015, our debt stock at the time was about 12 trillion. Now it is about 32 trillion. Inflation rate was about 9%. It is now sitting about over 15%. Unemployment rate was about 8.19%. It is now 33.28%. Exchange rate was about 197 naira to a dollar. Is way over 400 naira to a dollar. So people will look back, economically speaking, and say, look, before you took over office, some of these indicators were fair, and now the figures are not friendly at all.
Well, I'm not sure how correct the calculations are, but all I know is that we have to allow people to get access to the farms. As I said, we just have to go back to the land. We have to go back to the land. What we have done so far, as I said, we have achieved some successes. And people ought to measure our successes vis-a-vis the problems when we started. You have given your figures as you calculated. But the important thing is this, that the farms that produce machinery and so on, tractors and so on, we have to build the infrastructure.
They're turning up the heat. The IGP and the Malami, that wicked soul, they're turning up the heat for you. And they're sending their boys to come to that village or town, Magodo, Lagos, to destroy what people have struggled to build with their lifetime worth money. They are just there destroying it. And I saw where you were requesting for them to leave, and they told you they're not living anywhere. So, in other words, you are irrelevant because they have their orders from IGP and Malami. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, you need to take care of your folks. If you don't, Fulani will run over you. They will run over you, smooth over you, because you don't have the powers. You don't have the powers to do anything. You're a governor, yes, but you don't have the powers. They strip the powers from you. Tell me if you're the chief security officer in your state and you can't command the police, you can't command the military to do what you want them to do. So what kind of powers do you have? The same thing is happening in Edo State. Obaseki, what is going on? Can't you take care of your folks? your people. Fulanis are coming in, sacking villages, killing people, and you are there. You're not doing anything. This is the time for you guys to stand up and defend your people. Please don't be like Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Please don't be like him. He's just another devil. And people are looking up to you guys. People are looking up to you guys. So, I don't know what to tell you, but you need to protect your people. Don't forget what Dr. Malafia said, Obadiah Malafia. He said the Fulanis are gonna turn up the heat this year. So everybody need to be on guard and watch themselves. Be ready. Don't be taken unawares. Please be ready, because this year is going to be hot in Nigeria. It is going to be hot. Plus this election coming up too. So just be aware of what is going on around you, your environment. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Let the people that are supposed to do what they're doing, do it for you. But you need to protect yourself. You need to protect yourself. This is what I have for you this week. Until next week, the 15th, we're going to elaborate more on what is going on and certain things that I need to bring forth about what is going on, at least especially in the Southeast. Until then, please continue to pray for Mazim Nnamdi Kanu and ESN, the lawyers. I'll go to my next topic, which is COVID. COVID is wreaking havoc everywhere. It's going to be worse this year than it has ever been, because they found another new strain which is more dangerous than Omicron. We had the Delta, we had the Omicron, we have COVID. This new strain is more contagious, more dangerous. I would like for you to watch the doctor and see what the doctor is saying about this new strain that they just found. Okay, then we'll come back.
The very contagious Omicron variant is spreading rapidly throughout the US and around the world. Here are some things you should know. If I'm vaccinated and catch Omicron, will I end up in the hospital? Chances are, no, you will not end up in the hospital if you're vaccinated and boosted. The majority of people who are in the hospital for COVID-19 are those who are unvaccinated. The vaccine protects you well against severe illness, and the booster dose on top of that gives you additional protection. Now, if you are immunocompromised or otherwise medically frail with underlying medical conditions, there is a higher likelihood that you could become severely ill, and you should use additional protective measures, including wearing a high-quality mask, an N95 or KN95 mask, every time you're in indoor public settings. I recently lost my smell and taste. Does that mean I have the Omicron variant? Compared to previous variants, it seems like with Omicron, loss of smell and taste is less common. The most common symptoms of Omicron infection include mild symptoms of a cold or the flu, things like congestion, sore throat, fever, overall fatigue, and not feeling well. So if you have any of these symptoms, make sure to get tested for COVID-19 immediately. I had COVID last January. Can I get it again? Yes, reinfection certainly occurs. We know based on data out of South Africa, Scotland, and others that people who previously got infected with Delta can still get infected with Omicron. I tested positive for COVID, then a few days later, my roommate also tested positive. Do we need to isolate from each other? The answer is no. You and your roommate are not going to reinfect each other, so you do not need to isolate from one another. However, you should make sure to follow the CDC guidelines on when you can exit isolation and interact with other people other than your roommate. Is it safe for children to go back to school? Yes, schools can be very safe from a COVID-19 transmission standpoint when they implement protective measures like improved ventilation and, very importantly, required masking indoors for all children. Even if your school is not requiring masks for everyone, having your child wear a high-quality mask, at least a surgical mask with a cloth mask on top, or ideally a KN95 or N95 mask, that will protect your child in school as well. For children younger than 5, the best way to protect them is for everybody around them to be vaccinated. And that includes older siblings. Kids 5 and older who are eligible to be vaccinated should be vaccinated as soon as possible.
Well, anyway, now you've heard it. This is serious. This is serious. I've been telling you guys, continue to wear your mask. And you heard what the doctor said. Regardless you've been infected before, don't mean that you will not be infected again. This is not chicken pox. Yes, this is not chicken pox when you've been infected once, you no longer you have the immune to cover you that you'll never get it again. But no, this is not chicken pox. This thing, you get infected, you will be infected again if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't wear your mask and wash your hands, and please, social distancing is encouraged. Social distancing. Stop going to where it's a lot of crowd, please. All you're doing is trying to save your life. Can nobody do it for you but you? You have to do it for yourself. Well, we're going to be bringing you updates every week on COVID. I'm going to go to my next topic, which is men. So, I don't have much to tell you on this, men, because every week I bring this prostate topic. By now you should have Googled it or read up on it, or maybe you're going through it. Go see your doctor and take better care of yourself. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you this week. Until next week, take care of yourself and God bless you. Goodbye.